As many Australians put their loans on hold, fears are growing about long-term impacts on credit ratings. But today, an announcement by the Australian Banking Association will serve to put some minds at ease. Carbon Group's Michelle Maynard joins us live now. Hi, Michelle.
Afternoon, Lou.
What is today's announcement and how will it impact Aussies?
So we know about 6 months ago, the Banking Association members came out and said people could put their loans on hold for a period of 6 months. And that was welcome news for a lot of people who weren't able to make payments during that time. But what they would be worrying about is what is the long-term impact on their credit rating going to be? Because we know if you don't make payments, it goes as a mark against your name. So the announcement today came out and basically said the members of the Banking Association are going to wipe this sort of period from those customers' credit rating. They're not going to say that they've made late payments or defaulted payments. They're basically just going to ignore this window, and if they had a fantastic credit rating going into this payment deferral time, they're going to maintain that coming out the other end. The other thing that they've also said is if you were in arrears before you had to go into a payment deferral, if you can catch up during this time, you're going to come out the other side with a better credit rating than what you entered into it, which is going to be welcome news for all those people who had to put their loans on hold for this 6-month period.
So what would have been the consequences if the banks had let this affect people's credit ratings?
So we know about 900,000 mortgages and business loans were put on hold. So that was about 450,000 Australians who accessed this help. Now, if you're late, more than 14 days late with a payment, that can be put on your credit history as a late payment, and that gets removed in time. A defaulted payment is more than 60 days old, and that stays on your record for more than 5 years. So there could have been 450,000 people who would have had trouble accessing credit in the long term because they've accessed this 6-month short period of help. So luckily, with the Banking Association members agreeing to this, they're not going to have that long-term impact without having being able to access credit in the future.
Okay, well, we know COVID has really hurt the finances of lots of Australians. What would be your advice to people on payment deferrals who still need help at this point?
A lot of people have started to be able to make payments again, but there are still some that need it. The banks are basically saying, speak to us. Let us know what help we can do. If you can make some payments, either go on interest only or extend your loan, do that. But the banks do have the option to extend another 4-month payment deferral. So if you're unable to pay, talk to your banking provider. There are lots of options for them to help you and get you through this next time.
Okay, good advice as always, Michelle. Thank you.
Thanks, Lou.